Okay, guys, I'm gonna read a little verse out of this book. We're talking about relationship. Relationship are our greatest resource. When the trust is broken, it's hard to go against the pain and open up again. But can I tell you, it's the only way to freedom? Let me share some of what I did during my period of transformation. Let's talk about relationship for a minute. Because when we're talking about relationship, I don't want you to only think about relationship that we have with our spouse, with our kids, with people in general. I want you to think relationship in form of everything. The relationship you have with how you eat, the relationship which you have with motion or exercise or whatever you do to get your body going, the relationship you have with the plan that you have for your life, the relationship that you have with your career goals. All these things are your greatest resource. And I'm going to talk about food because everybody know me and food. The relationship I had with food before was so toxic. I didn't respect it and food didn't respect me at all. We know that we need each other, but there was no boundaries. When I eat till everything off the plate is gone. And food wasn't just like everywhere I look, it was just there. I was eating with my eyes and not with my stomach. I didn't have a warning signal, and my warning signal, even if it was signaling that I was full, I ignore them. I override it. So my relationship with food was so toxic, and you could see it basically by just looking at me. I was very overweight. I had diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Thank God I don't have that no more. Anyways, so I had to take into consideration what type of relationship I had with food. And it's just the same with any relationship that you have, whether it's your friend, whether it's your kids, whether it's your coworkers. How do you nurture your relationship? How do you show up in your relationship? Do you respect each other? Do you honor each other? And that's the same way we should act or behave with the relationship we have with our food, with our motion. Do you get up every day and exercise? Do you move? Do you go for a walk? What kind of relationship do you have with motion? What kind of relationship do you have with drinking water? What kind of relationship do you have with sticking to your goals or your plan and making sure that you're getting stuff done? I mean, you're not there yet, but you're taking the necessary steps to get there. And that's the only way we're going to have healthy, happy, wealthy relationship and having success in our lives. It depends on the type of relationship. They are the greatest resource in our life. When you see someone that's successful, it's because they have successful habits. They have healthy habits and healthy relationship with the things that get them to where they are. And that's something I had to learn the hard way. So now I have a bit of relationship with food. I respect food and food respect me. Now I had to be the one to set the boundary because I am the way to my heart. I am the way to my mind. I am the way to my belly. I am the way to this temple. I have to learn to say, no more. I have to say, I had enough. I have to say, you know what, this tastes good, but we have to do things in moderation. So I had to set those boundaries. And when you set those boundaries, then the food itself respect and honors that, because the food don't get up and walk and go into your body. It's you who open that door and let them in. And you have to show that respect first for yourself and to honor it. And the same thing with relationship. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to talk to you. You teach people how to behave to you. And you have to put those boundaries up. So I want you to walk away today. And if you want to go a little bit more in depth as far as building healthy relationship with yourself and the goals that you set for yourself and how you can overlap, because it's a beautiful thing to look at the relationship that we have with each other, our love stories that we have with our parents, with our kids, with our husband, with our significant others, and how we can use the same format to build a relationship that we have with the things that we need to propel us to the goals that we set in our lives. So hopefully this was a little bit helpful. I'm sure there's a lot of things that you got, a lot of goals you guys have, whether it's I need to earn more money, or I need a bigger house, I need a nicer car, I need, help with this, or whatever it is in your life. It all depends on the relationship that you have with it. And when you are building relationship, you make time for that relationship. You make time, especially, you remember when you were dating? Ooh, you remember when you were dating? What? Weekend was our time, we gotta go to work. But weekend was, baby, you gonna pick me up? Yeah, we're going to the movies. Are we going to the movies? Are we going to go to eat? What are we doing today? So it's the same thing with the relationship that we have. Some relationships or I see you on the weekend, weekdays I gotta work. Some relationship, I gotta see you every day. Some relationship, 3 days a week, we may work out, not have to work out every day. It depends on how often you need to see each other or work, give that time and attention for that relationship to build and to grow. So how's your relationship with reading? How's your relationship with building the bank? Because you got to put funds in the bank in order to withdraw. So the building the bank I'm talking about is the knowledge bank. How are you building your knowledge bank? Because baby, you're not going to get any information and you're not going to get any knowledge if you're not reading. If you're not putting anything in, you're not going to get anything out. And that's the facts. It took a while for me to stop lean into perception assuming rather than facts. These are beautiful nuggets that you can grab. You don't have to take everything all at once, but just one simple thing, even just to take the word relationship today and just being able to reminisce on, oh, that's a good concept. That's really a good concept. What kind of relationship do I have with food? What kind of relationship do I have with water? What kind of relationship do I have with sleep? What kind of relationship do I have with my goals? What kind of relationship do I have with my career? What kind of relationship do I have with the clothes I wear, my hair? I'm just throwing stuff out. What kind of relationship do I have with self-care? And when I say self-care, sometimes it's not about the nails and the hair and all that nice stuff, but what kind of relationship do I have with my mind? What kind of relationship do I have with my emotions? And what kind of relationship do I have with my spirit? So these are little things that helps propel us to grow, to evolve, to become better. And becoming better, and I like to say evolving to love, because we are love at the core of all of us. But evolving to it is returning home. It's returning to where love lives and where love gives. And I always say that because we women are amazing, but we need to tap into the depth of our soul, into what I call the vault. The vault is locked away because we carry pain different than the male. We when we're hurt, and sometimes we have to go deep within and allow ourselves to thrive, to flourish, and to live free. And that's where I'm at in my journey. And go ahead and check this book out. It's Evolve, Activate the Gift Within. I spoke about relationship, and you will learn a little bit more. And be blessed. Bye.